Yebedin komo. Don't you see the quality of being generous, friendly, and considerate is the definition of kindness. Say, oh, name for say friendly cry can't say what you want. See, I say you know, but yeah, papa. Oh, penny, ababa also for later, may you weigh in actually, but need kind more quaba.
Yeah,
now what to say?
Eradia don't need more room.
Ye danyami asipa, and opay ye deswa bekan ye hupa. One my set is why you do. Any munyam kwa ye dasipa. Kindness for inner peace. Na baby am pese ye hyase ye mu. Yen hyase free your way free say ade a wonni no untumi emfa ma obi. Ana se wo a wonnim sene a wo yem ayema wo a wo ho a untumi enchire afoforo sa. Enti daddy yen hyase free your way. You can say kindness towards oneself. Yeah, let's explore there a little bit.
Yo, me da wase ene anope na me di nchia kese ama etiefo nyina one a ehwe say efidie yi so, and I believe say efidie akwachire pa yesre nyankopon hira ne ne dom e de mo bibia otie and anope. Kindness, interestingly, it's an English word, so possibly we'll start from that premises and say the aba yankasa ya kasemu say obi enya. Let me pick it from the English, possibly from that I can bring it to the tree. I mean, being compassionate, having care. I mean, kindness, interestingly, has a lot of words that can relate with it. Nise ubenya menkano tree mono ubia wo tima. Edima will be yes, I say free and Kasaya. So no say when Timia Tima, if that is the word we'll use, we'll keep for the tree. When Timia Tima Ama Bigidi say bed in pass ubitimi edisa Timano atra wan kasa hon manakwa kudu obiso. For somebody to go to the extent of even feeling like BB and Kuye Wanabrabum, as a pastor, I've been a couple of people coming away just this week here. Me can't see this week, me actually, say, and rank one, minya, ubi or betina, menim can say, me say, mimkume hokra. Not just say, on one kasa e buni who for, aqua could doom pempensoa, office ne boni etra, and I say, adia e tono, a brune soa, or yamushia, enye, entino. Se wentimi enya sa odono ama ho wentimi enya sa timano ama wankasa ho a Mijidi say it will be very difficult for you to extend it to other people. So I mean perfectly agree with you. Say kindness must begin from the individual. Say one kasa when you say humo broni sa timano ama ho a it becomes difficult to extend it to other people.
Okay, ntiabusia for papa any no edi ahia na me peniful because me person make half bia ye papa Dr. Josh Ofori or ye sofu penning or non so enehwe ma ye share sorry kesia your friend Rest House Chapel. Rest House Chapel was CEO of Mandate Leadership Group. Wow. As and for us, you part of Accra. Okay. And you are also the rector of My Life Theological University.
Sure.
Wow. And you are a student. Okay. And now me person nyane nyina na afi ye kana nipa ehunu nipa kra ne ye ni no edi ehia ewa ha sei. Okay. And ye ja wa kirem what foundation ni ye pa say ye nhya sie mfiri ye ho ye nyatema na odo ma ye ho. Na ye to aso kakra no kwan be ne ye befa so a individually ye benya tema ene odo ama ye ho on a daily basis.
You me da si bebre say ye can't order timani. I mean, you be the Portocasa frame having care, being compassionate, and all that. It begins from the premises of knowing who you are. One kasa nipano oye wanya. Onipa daseni a body and yankopon ebo on one kasa neseso. God created us in His image and in His likeness, so we are just like God. In fact, I am a catching Crawford says, "I so who yankopon a men compare picture bia or baby out the why jina hwehwem na hwe nipa hu no hwehwem no that is God." Wow. Because He made us in His image. Right. I look like God. Right. You look like God. He looks like God. So, yankopon ye broni bia o baby and itrinwi egugu na echi yankopon eni menu mi enu a enu nti na o kan the book of 1 John o say unua na uhu no wuntimi endo na uba begina waka so do Nyankopon pagya wonsa to nyuma wo wiase nyina na ne wo ye trofo pa onye trofo keke wo ye trofo kese pa. So the act of kindness begins from getting to know our source. Who are we? We are like God, and the Bible did not say God just made us in his image. One more and said, and it says, was in infoni, send our tear, name or boy, said, send ya ni suban so sanso tear, so his image and then his likeness. We look like God and we act like God. So we are looking at it from the acting perspective. Send ye nyankopon eyenade. Ohe ye bra ye bo ame Joshua Ofori ameti me ka ho. Ohe niama ye yo. Okwan a ye fa so say nipa na ni nyina echi no Bible says say Nyankopon edo wiase. God still loves us. So when it comes to the act of kindness, just allow me kan podcast mu wiansa me di abatwi. Kindness is supposed to be an action and not a reaction. It's supposed to be something we do. We must act it, because if you are to look at nipa daseni yesuni ebani abrabo ayebo, so we can say menu be based on how you treated me, then it means I am reacting to what you do. Esa answer or bo minti me boni bi. Esa answer or tia minti me tia ni bi. Esa kwan on me fasu into no mention me the ba be fasu bi. Then we are living a reactive life. We are reacting to what people do to us. But kindness, which is the nature of God, is not based on what somebody did. And yani awo ye enti ena mi ye bi di eti awo. Na mom no mabo mi tirim pose me ye wadoye. Mabo mi tirim pose me do be fa kwan paso and me your papa. That is God. So kindness is supposed to be a word that is more more active and not reactive.
We're looking at kindness towards ourselves. Enti o kase enye nia uye mi enti na me ma ye madwene se me ye wo papa regardless of nia uye mi. That also means me to me akase it doesn't matter or yawo amafem, it doesn't matter enunguasi amaje any baby ami friend baby ami do no matter what me ye me ho papa. Is that what you are saying?
Sa pepe me sanso di aba be see exact topic we are talking about kindness that leads to inner peace.
That's right.
Say ubenya abutoyem, say ubenya sumdwe a ewo mu. When we are referring to inner peace, we are talking about the kind of peace asumdwe a emfa honia etwa ho ahia. So the circumstances around you does not determine. That is why I came from that premise to say it is more of an action. And kindness towards you yourself must not be based on what you have been through. I tell people that you must not allow the environment to determine how you live and how you react in life. And yet, kindness towards yourself, say, kindness, it must not be based on what you are going through. Another word I can use for the inner peace is happiness from within. That's right. Obi, in spite of new offer, nyina no otimi sresre otimi agi nani otimi etu na anamon bi opeso otu ena obi nso so ha na ekoso no kese ahye ne so amoye ne ho hwe enye. So the key word is be kind to yourself. Don't allow what is happening around you to determine how you live your life and how you react to life.
Okay. So for Mamosomimbi, now we've looked at kindness towards ourselves. Sure. Which gives us so much inner peace. That means we become comfortable with who we are. Then it leads to the self-love. You know, from what you're saying, these are things that but let's look at it. Inner peace. Most of the times we say that, oh, minya medana medema maso mobojum minya jume bi miya maso mobojum minya besebi mu warna maso mobojum. So what I'm asking is, now towards my brother, being kind towards my brother or towards my sister, how does that contribute to having your inner peace?
Because kindness is more of an action word and not a reaction word. Nipano ebeye ono should not determine how you treat them. And anytime you treat people right, anytime you handle people right, you yourself, you are set at peace. Unse asumdwebi oni obi enya asemo a anuye betimi aba ntawantawa betimi aba niama bebre ebetimi asimu ntem se saade we ensi na wankasa there is no burden on you. You don't have any issue with anybody.
Mentally you are okay.
I'm telling you. Obi to me can say me too me ni obi any asem. Obia adwene so any team. I'm not thinking about anybody in an evil manner, and for that matter I'm at peace. Inti abribia ubetimi aye enya kindness towards yourself and even towards other people. What you are creating around you is complete peace. You yourself, you are at peace with yourself and you are at peace with people. And trust me, for me, I believe that it even makes you live longer. It makes your health better if we are to veer it towards our health. I mean, it has been proven by scientists that one more a gingerly bebre enya or how bebre those are the people that record their blood. I mean, have high blood pressure and all kinds of diseases that makes life unbearable and uncomfortable.
Okay. That's right.
Sure. Your Dr. Josh Ofori. Or yes, so for penning, so Dr. Josh Ofori is the senior pastor and founding vessel of Rest House Chapel and the CEO of Mandate Leadership Group. Afesu Osanye, rector of My Life Theological University. Yanino edin komo afa yemi ye boa ma yenya asundwe brunti ase ene adwene nyina so eno na yanino edin komo nto abekan wa wada ma mo fide ni na ha ya ade ba ko a emma nipa bebre ya sumu anwuen ene boni ayem femfri obi wo ho a obeba wanim okana semu a nyame anim ne utumu se obi aye ne boni pa enye se bia abosire muka evidence wo ho se bia nipa netumi aye ne boni se obi a mfa ne se bia ya rape no obi amfa se obi de ne sika bia dwane anane kunu bia aye ne boni anane oba bi dia meti e be ma ne bufu ye of a second or the shining self and so many other things. Nipa sa no utumu se sa inner peace no oni bi ene yemwa obi so obi akogina sa agina bia no na ontumi mfa bone ne nche ene kwan be ne be fa so a odi sa bone ne beche through kindness. Meaning if there's a relationship obetumi onu so anya asundwe a yedi hu nkomo yi.
With us, baby, I'm say near Okan and where the kind I can not accept no ne kesiye. Say yadi boni ebeshi mu enesi yadi boni ebeche. We are see I nami upe umpeu bra ye tu anamoy. Say yetiha yes resri. I tell people that usually when you ubi edi shiemu ewo emritia where bia you don't really there is no you don't have any bad effects because mwanje. But and you begin to see, I mean, the other side, what come for me, come. But you sure say, one thing we must understand is whether we like it or not, so long as we remain alive, we are going to be offended. Obi ebeye bribi etiawo obi betia na so obi beye bribi a I mean emma senia enka obepese abrabo ne beye no enye sa emma. If you have this on your mind, then for me, I call them shock absorbers. Fatu timu se nipa biti anaso. Fatu timu se obey your bonny. Me drive every Legon side be drew hanum. Obi across me. I must make up my mind, say me too, and these are things that are bound to happen. Now, if you don't have that on your mind, then you are expecting that it's going to be a rosy journey, a smooth journey. That is when you end up becoming so bitter. So, if you make up your mind, that is one thing. I tell people that because when you're broken heart, I mean, whoa.
We're in the month of love.
You know, because obi enya broken heart am nti ase a masem nyina ne say woni shock absorbers fatu tirim say nipa betimi ayo bone
oba ne betimi
ejao o maami a wo kra otimi wujao
o papa at some point
otimi po me I say this on national TV and I don't mind. I had issues with my mom for years, several years. You know, things that were very difficult for us to solve. You know, that is my mom. One that same woman, same way, who can say, "Hey, mommy, is it true?" You know, so you must. And I got to a level where I made up my mind. Say that is life.
So you are saying expectation.
You must expect them. So that when they hate you,
and when you expect too much good from people,
that is you know, you shouldn't over expect too much. It must be a balance. And when you have
where
that,
the disappointment comes in, when we over expect.
I'm telling you,
too good, too perfection from the people.
You just said it so well. When you are expecting more than enough from people, you end up getting disappointed. And get to know, as you journey through life, I mean, people, you must understand that people are not like you. You choose to be good. It's like being on the road. Me catch a Ghana driving. Say, oh, drive here. Now, what drive you being so dear, dear man?
That's right.
Because okay, so out there now drive here. One way, no video. I've been going to. Oh, doing now, you being so dear, dear man. And you know, when you have that, it helps you from having all those shocks. But in case somebody does offend you, which is bound to happen, nipa eba be ye bribi etia wa. Adia ba ko nipa nim ne se obi ye bribi tia na wa mfa nche no na odi show mu a wa rent dan e de am obi a ontua rent. Wakumem. Enti no obi di obi a hyenimu for many years. Me no ka say sister bi e de bra bi picture crash and pers mu a otimi yi picture na ka se kwadwo obebre 17 years. Otimi bokwa me enye yi maada na ne ya ne se nipa na obo ni dua na obekwa na obehun se watoka afoforo no kra na eko no ka se na dia boy amafa
what on you
what bodua no anatra. So you must learn to think about yourself and not just the people, and that is where the kindness comes in. That is where forgiveness comes in. So the boni ebeche say the nipa na yeti obi anu be jemu so that you move on in life.
Yeah, now counselors you say jemu.
Isn't that easy?
How do you begin?
It is not. So
that's what I'm saying. Let's be as practical as possible.
Sure.
Because people are going through a lot of pain. How do I begin to let it go?
Considering the magnitude of what the person has done to you.
So that is a baby. Me kind every year say umma obi one fa boni anche obi na de ni hye mu a wodi nipa no ahye umu. You've rented a place within yourself, in your heart. Into at the end of the day, the truth is the person is not the one suffering. You are the one suffering. So you must make a deliberate effort. If you understand that principle, say, when I get bitter, when I remain unforgiving, at the end of the day, nipa krona me no enya asem no ono nam ni baby won nwene me ho nipa krono cry free mami nka se mi nkyere o esi wo Dakuma Junction here some years ago. Sofo bi any another sofo bi enya asem e ma sofo no cry fa nkrofo mom kokobo no
okobo the other sofo
sofo ketwa no enti no sofo ketwa no ye me madam fo na sofo ameka na se mo bi o mu am wa nyino bi anim no ba nya de amebo ni din on this television enti no asem ni siwie no me kokko gina mu se me nhwe masa asem yinsi. In fact, I reported to one radio station. They called me, we talked, we did everything. Kokko wie wa Dansuma police station. Yaba betina ase no sofo no ba be din tro se asem na nya no kro mu kan na police ni say mo ya sofo mu nkofie nkonkoka ye tena mu kan ye ma afei no yen ye hia en de ogi tu mu ma odi omani skakra editu ya ho kan nti when all these things were done, I stood in. I felt say sa sofo no one me enka kwan bia so because in fact I reported him to a radio station. I did me am the police station. I met him at Dakuma Junction. Inti metimike mu no so timike we do ya no rolling now. Hey, Sofu Joshua,
you are not the same man.
I was in fact me who no me person be because I felt
like why any BB something happened between the two of you.
Just was Sofu Joshua. In fact, it got me. That tells you say obi ya obi obi nya asem na ufi say nipa kro no okra na wa offended because at this point I thought I took him to the police station.
That's right.
And for the idea ebetimi atena say I can't. But I felt it was just extreme. It was a legal issue, so why not handle it that way? But the way he reacted, I met the same man again at a party. Oh me o say sofo betina me nche na me no dey be.
Na so no wajemu. Wo na wadani apostle no.
Me mum
Apostle,
I'm telling you, from the side of the man. kwan ba ko betimi afa so di kan bomb pa say nyankopon emma wa hoden a betimi dia because trust me it's easier said than done. But if you can make an effort and ask God for the strength to forgive, for the strength to let go, for the strength to allow peace to reign in your heart, I'm telling you it will do you a lot of good. Near tosu mienu and they say obeti as ye say asumdwe a ede beba ni eniji a ubenya no. At times you have to weigh the benefits you are going to derive when you embark on a particular thing, and then it helps you to take that route. You know, I don't know day what the check. Can you imagine what happened between me and just say ni re fear semnekra we jemuma me momo amiti baby no me na ba be ma dwendwen what you are going to benefit asum ya be nyane one kasa ahoden, the kind of health and other things that you are going to get is just overwhelming. So for me, I believe that it is an effort. Then I also believe that it is a work of the enemy to ensure say ubesu asemu dendenden mo so asemu dendenden enkonko sihwe into tiemia minuya bema minuya ba jemu. It is difficult, I know. Enya dia ujemu a easy ni oye ono more ding ade nipa ne dia ye ono kaya but do everything and do another thing you are supposed to do is try as much as possible all the evidences that you have against people picture audio share baby in fact if there is anybody
social media normal way WhatsApp so
just let it go,
delete
jemu pipani nyina free ho na bomb and tell yourself say I am starting afresh. Me share abrabofo frase ni eba betwem no. The Bible says, I mean, I do everything possible to forget about the past and I press on. I press on. You free baby. I mean, you can't continue to live in the past. It is not going to help you. You know, if one of the things that bitterness and all unforgiveness does is say nipa yo bribisa na wanfanchena you now it now becomes a benchmark. You use the same yardstick to be treating, I mean, that person that is coming your way. There are still better people here on earth. There are still good people that God will bring your way. When ya ni etwem ni mu a wan hwe ya papa nso so anyame ahyehya ma no won sentiminka.
Empanin se wo de asem cha na mfa hwe so ucha tekrema toton wi a na won wenam bia asem nso ba eseni tekrema na yedeka enye sikan na agyan na atu nti yeda wase bebre se wa kirekire sa asem yi mu a kire yen nti ye na sofo si jam why na enkofa yare bi ma ho ye mba hyehye sa afa obehu nipa na wote mu enu kwa na okan ya na mesiri nipa ni twika nso wo ye man ko hye fridge so wo no nti ye
but Joy, yen share one practical thing. So for menu nyina na yeko chapel, we're church members. Na yen fana there, we entered into a contract. You understand? And at some point, I realized that your side of the contract, no, I won't fulfill it, and it is leading to maybe the collapse of the business. Is it out of place? Because we are discussing kindness this morning. The may handle issue no, to the law court for us to go there, settle the matter, even though we are church members.
You so open me that see because I have handled such an issue not too long ago.
Whoa. And
interestingly, it was between two people who are also leaders of a church.
Okay.
And one felt cheated. Obi back on adwin and say back on sisi no say uba be do pempenso ati say it's part of conflict resolution. I mean, these are challenges that are bound to come. I always start my presentations on such issues on the premises that why you say obey business. We are Christoni. Why you say we need nipa be din kita ho? We are Christoni. We are kremoni. We nyamesum bia. Fatu timu say nipa nipa. And you know, in the first place, ansana ube wura business biye mo no. Make sure say adia oba be ye no. There are legal documentations that bind it, because ejuma na mo ba be ye na nye Bible ejuma na mo ba be ye. And it's a major challenge with a lot of, I mean, Christians. We solve that problem every now and then. This one feels like, oh, we dear, me and Kasama down for power. We sorry. Oh, we cried you. Sorry, penny. In fact, just last week, I was telling one of my folks that I'm putting it as part of our church announcement every Sunday. Anytime anybody approaches you in the church, for any business venture, make sure you inform the leadership of the church, and we will advise you, I mean, on that premises, it should be on a legal basis. My yenkrata edi atoso. Mfane se oye Kristo ni yesum Nyankopon ye nyina ba be hia wa so edem ye nyina ekọ na emom adwuma a wo ye no senia oni obia be dilibia na. In fact, it must not just be even your church. Everything that is business must be done on the legal premises. I tell people that if you really want your business to boom, you need a book. You know, there must be documentations. It must not just be done. I am into business, so I really understand that. Once that is done, and there is a breach of the contract, there is a breach of whatever was documented on the paper, then I believe that there is nothing wrong with taking the thing on to the legal premises.
Okay.
You know,
so nyame beye jame nka jame into unia sofo pa na one year into wudeni kokoti. Uti ye pesa de ne pa. Na nyame so unia e boni afa che no. Na de oh no, obi be ka gu so say
you pa. Na yes ade no esan say in fact I thank God for the direction the thing is going. I am into business. And I am also into coaching when it comes to, helping people. I'm a life coach. I do all kinds of things. So one share Adiana say from the legal perspective. That is when, in the process of time, it gives people the grounds to just veer off and do whatever they want to do at any point in time.
There's no document backing.
I was running a restaurant. I employed some of my church members. I traveled out of the country only to be called that we have run out of money. I sent them money. They called me again. We have run out of money again. Then I told myself, say, for the first time, I made a mistake. So let's end it. The next time I am dealing with anybody on that line, give me your application. These are the terms and the conditions of the business. You break any term, you break any condition, you are out. So, in your Bible, I say, me have any elder, man have a patch. Elder ba me say paper ni say ni say nam kan me so omre adwuma 9 o'clock. Wa ba atwa so 11 o'clock. So we can't do business with him again. It's simple. And because a lot of believers don't operate from that direction, we now end up having all kinds of issues. Then somebody gets bitter, somebody feels offended. So once we can start from that premises where we do things, in fact, a lot of people are doing businesses on who taxi be or baby and you know, I don't know, so there is no, so let's all return. If we are going to avoid these things, and issue money for application letter, terms and conditions, it's pure. In fact, I do certain businesses now. In fact, you use will be enemy. So, Papa, we or say or no, you know,
be I was sorry for you because it was so
sorry because of business. Me, I do a lot of business.
Young rap institution back one. We are singing. I'm say problems. Go hop ha. Nipa bebre. I don't know. Say in Kawan kumukrank wope the institution of marriage. For some people, assume Jenny ho. Say we be statistics. I don't know because me also we our real 10 in Ghana about 7 of them. Say nka Onyankopon mom akwanya so mu mfra bare ni mu a nka mu che Usain Bolt yemra ware mu ani asodwe
obi kra so nyaya nka ware de be ne say ne renew a roadway you know
let's talk about that because a lot of people are in marriage and they have inner turmoil obi pia kwotena ba bia koyi no because asomdwe ni ho yenka ho asem kakra
me da si bebre aware ya de anka efe na obekọ baby am say I froshia nyame adom yes of we die I mean almost every now and then ukwa koshia minshira I frobia so I mean meka say obaakofo kra ewra ho say yesu no mu sukra na ye nigye it's they are tears of joy. Now you ask yourself, say, then na ubia enka or Donny say ubia anko penasem ubia just say, I mean, I'll die for you now. All of a sudden there is a switch, and then you see a be actually kind ubi the acid the go ubi. So what really could be the problem? And when you focus will be anti sikan konko ware ne tamfo
for sanity.
Enti eye den e na adofo abedane atamfo yi eye den na woni a enka yenim se eye enigye nko yi adane twimamintwin. I think say the foundation of everything is very key. Yenka infri on as yababi simfinfin say ade no ne fapin mo anko yi a mo oye den ya
to aso ni
enko yi da madam fubi efie na ifie no cracks abem edan no cracks bebre abem ena omkoko frame mesi ni bi se omomodi amra no mebo omo mesi ni ba na obetwitwa cracks no na ode cement shame kama anche bia na asan crack biom eto aso abe miensa ena omkofa ubi a I think or technically I mean more advanced than the mesi no say no air foundation no eni so pese ye dey and you say juri dan ni go
e bubu ni na go fam
enti say wan ye foundation yi a say oye den ya edan no bebu
eja enim re o ka say wan ye foundation ni ya quickly
mama nya no emi monitor em my the expectation I had koko rem wrong. The understanding I had koko ura wa remu bebrebe wrong. Because you say up to now, let me use my life as an example. Up to now, I still cook. When I get to the house and there is no food, and I mean I have few things to put together, I go straight away and cook because me worry no not me ankasa me ye mediane ebo me bra. Be the ashema adwunu say man kwan kofa obi a ono na eba be so me ono na eba be ye aduane ama me oye ma me amedi me in case me corner onye it's no big deal. So
for penny o
I'm telling you.
Who rafie na say wife ni wana say aduane ni wa ba no wa de.
Anybody that knows me will tell you. I mean there is no week I mean aduane. I love doing it and I enjoy doing it. And even if I don't, there is nothing wrong with going to buy kinky. Man kwan ko wari obi so ma me som me. I've been married for the past 22 years. And I think it's been a wonderful one. The same way we don't have. I think that this particular topic.
Are you saying that we get there because we're not kind towards each other?
I agree perfectly with you. If you are not kind to us, also TSA mankophobia say me babe tete no mankophobia say me babe or no ni appearance is going to change everything in my life. You know, I'm not going to give anybody unnecessary pressure. If we can enter with that kind of understanding, I believe that it will change a lot of things. The expectations are way too much, only for us to arrive and realize that another thing, I think a lot of us take our marriages too serious.
We are no sense of humor.
Yes, too serious. I mean, it's not supposed to be so. I mean, there is something I do, and maybe when I say me cut the details here, I wouldn't, make much meaning here. But at times my wife will tell me, dear, we are in program, madam, wouldn't say me, share and your papa. You just make it. And then at the right time when everything is fine, we sit down, we trash it out, and it's been beautiful.
Great. We're looking at kindness, a pathway to inner peace. But Naka, in brilliancy, but one of the things I'm sure we'll be talking about the next time we meet has to do with quitting. Because we've talked about we need to break the entire building down because the foundation is weak. In this regard, can we say that divorce creates inner peace? I mean, we can also look at a situation where you offend me, you know, and for that matter, anytime I come to emotionally, I become weak. Quitting, staying away from you to have my peace isn't the right way to go. But unfortunately, our time.
No, let's let him answer. I think we can give him some 2 minutes because that's a very important question.
Because we're looking at it. We're looking at the foundation.
Yeah, more answer.
All right. So,
I mean, the Bible is quite interesting. I mean, their premises, it gives us the opportunity to step out when it's necessary. But I mean, even bringing it even to our time, there have been times somebody walked to me, or can I say, I'm saying, go and pack your things out of that house right now. You can't have a situation that it will be or being abused physically, and then I will allow you to stay there until you die. And I'm about to
in the name of kindness.
No.
I want to be kind to him.
So when there is a need to step out, I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, say, baby, your life is at stake. sister, brother.
And
check out.
be about when him because cases be about many more. So for any say da. Onyankopon say I hate divorce. Inti or rather oba ne mom paye na Onyankopon say ohina kuma ekutan enwo so the fasting be piano. Are you saying that is sheer nonsense?
I wouldn't go for that. I'm telling you boldly, and I'm saying this on national television. I catch them. I sorry, but say go and pack your things out of that house.
Because you're bono.
Of course, you're bono. You know there is no need to stay there and tell that man to come and meet me.
And to say ni akojo kano, not to say no crest a toda, se foundation ni nye. Not too many cracks are when film one day baby go so.
Bible say ni nyame aka bo no ma.
Ma ye enyantitim and na so
na say nyo no so na ka bo mu a.
Hey, I
will not close now.
That's right.
I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to do this again.
Has to come back. We've been talking with Dr. Joshua. His name is Joshua. I love Joshua. Joshua Ofori, but they call him Pastor Josh, which is very nice. So Pastor Josh Ofori is the senior pastor and founding vessel of Rest House Chapel. He is also the CEO of Mandate Leadership Group and a rector of My Life Theological University. I'm a student there.
I see.
So now I will tell him that. All right.